Good morning and welcome to the Red Mic. Happy Monday. Glad you're here today. These Red Mic messages are leadership and life lessons I've picked up from 25 years as a public servant, 16 years as a youth football coach and scouting volunteer, and 10 years as a mediocre athlete with far more heart than actual physical ability. Today's Red Mic message, inspiration from a D1 team, but let's just face it, it's a team that not a lot of people follow anyway. So, um, was watching a lot of football this weekend. You know, NCAA is raging, of course. So, uh, caught clips from the Georgetown Fordham game. Football powerhouses, right? Yeah. um, I saw a moment of leadership, of character, and teamwork. And I thought, well, I can definitely apply that to the workplace. Whether you're a leader, whether you're applying this to your full office environment, small team, individual mission, whatever it is. Saturday, Fordham was playing Georgetown. Now they were winning 17-3, and it was late in the second quarter. Trey Bradford intercepted a pass, and he started sprinting down the sideline, and he had a pick six. I mean, he was going to score. But after a few steps, it became clear that he had pulled his hamstring. He, he did that classic hammy grab, and kind of wince, and he was going down. He was going to go down, right? But he didn't. What did he do instead? Well, the defenders, they smell blood. They're just, He spotted a teammate, a kid named Alex Kemper, and he pitched the ball perfectly. Kemper caught it in stride, and he ran the remaining 40 yards for the touchdown. That pushed Fordham's lead after the extra point, moved them up to 24-3, and fired the team up. And Georgetown never, stood a chance to score again. They ultimately ended up winning 31-3. And yeah, it was a smart football move, but it was more than smart. It was selfless. If he had gone down, no one would have thought a thing of it. They still would have had the ball. It would have been still, it still would have made, the highlights because, this kid was running and came up lame and falling down. And they would have said, there's a tragic story today, blah, blah, blah. But he had the strength of will, the strength of character to go beyond his pain. It was a moment of selflessness and potentially self sacrifice. I mean, the extra time that he took to toss the ball, he could have just gotten hit really hard, and he still ended up going down. But again, selflessness and sacrifice. He didn't let his pain, his inconvenience, the obstacle, he didn't let it stop him from seeing the bigger picture, from seeing the entire field, right? He knew he couldn't finish the play, but that he could help someone else finish it for him. I mean, is there anything? Is there a bigger example, at least on the field anyway, of teamwork and leadership? I don't think there is. Um, Now let's apply this to the workplace. How often in your job do you face challenges that you're like, oh man, I'm just going to phone it in the rest of the day. You know, you feel off on a project. You get some bad news in the middle of the day. There's some personal things that you got to deal with. It's real easy to just pull back, fall down, metaphorically. Young Mr. Bradford, the lesson we need to take from him is keep your head up. Look for your teammate who can carry the ball for you. True leaders don't focus on individual success. You heard me say last week that I don't like taking credit, and I don't. I do take credit, but every opportunity I have, I'm going to say, hey, so and so did this, or they did this, or whatever it is. Bradford, man, he wanted that pick six hard. He really did. But he realized, I'm not going to get it done. So let's find someone who can. Hey, Kemper, here you go, boy. You don't focus on the individual success. You focus on the team success, even if it means passing the ball, even if it means not being able to take credit. So while you're climbing through your different processes, focus on lifting people up while you're climbing. Share your knowledge, share your credit, share opportunities. When you're in a position to help, support your team. Even if you're not at 100%, success is more than just individual heroics. It's about the whole team getting to that goal line, right? So take a minute and think about, how am I going to make my next lateral, the next pass, the next shovel, whatever it is? How can I pass the ball to empower a teammate who's going to help us move our team forward? Now, in this case, it ended up being a touchdown, but sometimes the most significant plays aren't touchdowns. They're the assists that help your team get into a better position to win. That's the lesson that we can pick up from Trey Bradford. And, of course, Mr. Kemper. What was his? Alex Kemper. Trey passed off the ball. He knew he wasn't going to get it done, but he passed it off, and Alex did. He took it to the house, right? So take that lesson. Try to apply it where you can. Let's carry it forward. Let's see what we can do to enhance our team mission. The question you've got to ask yourself is, when the chips are down, do I have the strength of will, the strength of character to hand the ball off and let someone else shine? That's today's Red Mike message. I hope you found it interesting or helpful. I hope that you will give me a like, a follow, and a share. I appreciate you being here as always. I hope you will join me again tomorrow. I'll be back at about this same time, of course, on all the same channels. I appreciate you much. Hey, on another note, if any of you are computer geared, I keep getting this error message on my computer that says I need to turn off my ad blocker in order to get this one feature working. And I've looked at everything. I can't figure it out. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Either send me a private message or put it in the comments. I don't care. We learn by learning, right? So that help me learn, because this is really maddening. I've flipped every switch I know how to flip, but anyway. But again, I appreciate you being here. These Red Mike messages are for you. Let me know in the comments what you think, what you'd like to hear about. I'll see you again tomorrow, and don't forget, as always, life is short. Drink the bourbon.